To escape from prison, the man trained himself to master the art of invisibility. After 4 failed attempts, he finally found the key. Carl's method was simple. He first took off his shoes to avoid making noise while walking that would give away his position. He carefully studied the surroundings of his cell, searching for blind spots in the guard's line of sight. One day, when a guard came to check on him, he found the cell empty. He walked in and searched everywhere, but Carl was quietly hiding in a dark corner. The guard warned him not to play tricks, but Carl didn't care. Instead, he turned his attention to the wall. He stood on the gap between the wooden boards and began climbing with his bare hands, then gripped the ceiling bars tightly. When the guard came back to check the cell again, Carl had disappeared once more. The guard stormed in furiously, thinking he would find Carl in the same place, but he searched every corner and found nothing. It wasn't until he looked up that he discovered Carl hanging on top of the door. The guard was extremely angry and swung his club at Carl, but Carl just smiled smugly because his invisibility technique had finally worked. To perfect it, Carl extended his arms and continuously adjusted his posture until his hands disappeared from view. He exploited the fact that human eyes have only a 180-degree field of vision and found the blind spot hiding within it. The secret was to quietly stay behind the guard. As long as he made no sound, in a sense, he had already achieved invisibility. As time went on, Carl became a master. Then it was time for the real test. When the guard came to check again, he found only a pile of clothes on the floor. He looked around searching for him, discovering he wasn't below, but he could never find Carl. In fact, Carl had quietly positioned himself right behind the guard, moving in sync with his movements. The guard had a vague feeling something was off. He sensed Carl was nearby, but no matter how hard he searched, he saw nothing. Just then, he noticed a faint shadow on the floor. He frantically waved his club, but Carl just grinned. He drew an eye on his palm, imagining it as the guard's perspective. Now, he wasn't just mimicking the guard's movements. He also had to anticipate what the guard was thinking. Through constant practice, Carl's invisibility technique had become nearly perfect. Now, there wasn't even Carl's shadow visible in the cell. During another inspection, the guard again found the room empty. He was furious and swore that if he found Carl, he would beat him. But he searched everywhere, even the floor, and found nothing. Suddenly, Carl struck him from behind, slamming him hard to the ground. When he tried to stand up, Carl punched him again, knocking him flying out of the cell. The guard was completely terrified. Carl had become like a ghost, completely invisible and untouchable. But just as he was preparing to finally escape the prison, Carl was informed that his sentence had ended. He was free to go. So, is it really possible for a person to become invisible?